All right, posture, setup, pre-shot routine, how it all works. We're gonna go through it. I'm gonna play a hole so you get a couple different scenarios of how I set up, what I think about, and how it's gonna help you think differently on the golf course. This was a request set in by Sean. So Sean, here's your video for you. Thanks for reaching out. Hopefully everybody can learn something from this. Let's go. Okay, first things first here, we got a par 5. I don't get up here, just grab the driver, ready to go. We start to think. Unfortunately, yeah, you gotta think in golf, I know. So it's par 5, it's a dogleg right. We look out there, there's trouble on the left, trouble on the right. Do we wanna play risky? Do we wanna play safe? Got a video on that one coming out for you. Now, we look at it, we decide, how have we been hitting the ball today? Have I been hitting a fade today? Have I been hitting a draw today? How is that going to play in to this tee shot? Okay? Once we have that, we start to evaluate the conditions. I will look at the tee markers. I'll see, are they set up on the right? Are they set up on the left? Does it give me a good angle? Can I set up further on the left here to have a good angle? Do I need to set up on the far right? What kind of tee box are we looking at? I'm always trying to give myself a flat lie. Sometimes tee boxes can be humped. In this case, this one's pretty level, so no problem. These are all things we're thinking about before we even select that golf club. Get in here. It's a little breezy out. Wind's blowing. Got a little push of the wind this way, so that's going to push obviously my ball to the right. So with bunkers over there, knowing it's a dogleg right, knowing there's trouble over there, maybe the shot here isn't the driver. Maybe our shot is going to be a hybrid just to get it safe. Okay, we got our hybrid in hand. Also got the driver. We're going to show you something of that in a second here. Now, what I'll do, I'll stand behind my golf ball. I'll pick the target. I'll envision my shot. When I pick my far spot, I bring it down and I find a close spot. It could be a leaf. It could be a change of color in the grass. It could be a sprinkler head. Whatever it is, bring something closer to focus, because once you're standing over here, it's much easier to hit something here than it is to aim for something out there. Let's talk consistent setup. I love to keep it consistent, especially for beginning golfers. I go feet shoulder width apart, and we play the ball in the middle of our stance, just front center of our stance. We swing on a circle, so every shot that we have should be coming down and through the golf ball at the lowest point of the swing. You put the driver in your hand, it changes just slightly. We go just a half step out and we take the ball from center and we put the ball off the inside of our left foot. Now we're swinging on that circle, hitting the bottom and catching the ball coming up. The only thing that changes, everything else, we're gonna play front and center, feet shoulder width apart. Our tee shots, our iron shots, our wedge shots, our chip shots, all in the same spot. If we remove changing the ball around, it makes everything easier for your setup so you can have good contact. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna hit the hybrid here. So our setup is gonna be this. I'm going to pick that spot that I picked out and I'm gonna aim my golf club at that spot. Once I have it there, I put no pressure on this club. A lot of people will line it up and then they'll step in and they'll move the face of that golf club. Crucial. We aim it, we leave it, we set up around it. Ball front of center, and you're ready to swing. Okay, I go 50-50 with my weight, nothing fancy. Again, you start moving a little bit this way or a little bit this way, now your next shot, you might be just a little bit more over here because, I mean, it's hard to control at 55% or 60% on either side, right? Go 50-50, keep it all easy for yourself. You'll be set up the same on every single shot. Here's the pre-shot routine. So I'm back here, I picked my line, I picked my spot in front. I'm just envisioning it, a couple practice swings. My practice swings are identical to the swings I'm going to take. I'm not going to practice swing like this. All right, let's see here. Okay, that's not the swing we're gonna hit. We wanna replicate the swing we wanna do out there, back here. So, practice swing with a purpose. Maybe one or two, envisioning that shot, picking our spot. We step in, we line up the club to the target. Now I'm using my close one here. I'll look out in the distance just because it's a good visual for me. Now once I'm set, I step in here, ball's in the center of my stance. Now I grab the club, calm, posture, grip, alignment. I forget it, and now I go to my swing thoughts. Now, maybe that wasn't the shot I wanted to hit, but we're good. We're out there. So let's go check it out. Go through another setup from a different position on the golf course. All right, so I'm immediately coming up here, checking my lie right away. Okay, I felt the wind coming up too. You know, the wind's coming in this way a little bit, so you might need a little bit extra, but the lie, I'm slightly uphill. So right away in my bank, we're going, the ball's gonna go a little bit higher. So whatever club we decide to choose, we're gonna need to take a little extra because we're gonna lose a little distance with that height. So once we measure out our distance, okay, we know what we need to be able to get us back into a safe spot over here to give us a shot onto the green. I wanna get into a club. I'm not just gonna blast one here and just knock it up there. I'm picking a club, trying to get it to about 100 yards, 80 to 100 yards that I'm comfortable with, that I know I can score with. If I blast one up there and I leave myself a 40-yard shot, but I'm terrible at 40-yard shots, well, what's that gonna do to me? Nothing. I'm gonna go with the 5-iron here, again, with the wind coming in and this lie. Now the trick with this lie is, at the tee you saw me, I was swinging behind the ball and I was picking my spot. Well, I'm still gonna pick my spot, okay? And I'm still gonna pick a spot close. Okay, say maybe this chunk right here. But what's so important about this and making sure that we're comfortable and set up the right way is in this pre-shot routine, I'm gonna put myself on this lie so I can feel what it's like swinging on the uphill lie that I'm about to do. And again, I'm not swinging like this. I'm swinging the shot that I plan to hit. And that'll happen too, especially on these lies. You'll hit it a little heavy, which is great because now we can get in there and we can take one that we're not gonna hit heavy. So we adjust and we feel good about it. Cleaning up that lie. Now once we're ready, we pick our spot. We got our ball. I've taken my 2-3 practice swings and I'm gonna set in there. Posture, grip, alignment, aimed at my target line. Club is set. Now I'm setting up around my golf club. Now I take the club. Now I make the smooth swing. Again, feet shoulder width apart, balls in the middle, so it's always gonna be the same. Looks pretty good. Again, first thing we're looking at, I got wind, feeling the wind coming into my face. It's not much, it shouldn't affect this shot, so nothing to really worry about there. But the lie, this is what's important, the lie. Hitting into the green now and out of the rough, I'm gonna get less spin coming out of this lie, so I know that. So this club better not be one that goes 70 yards, it better be one that goes 60, 62 yards, 62 3/4 yards should be good. Land, hit, roll up, but we're hitting into a sloped green. So that's going to help it. All these things are going through your head, evaluating this shot. Now we're doing it pretty quickly. I'm picking my spot, knowing how this green slopes. I don't really want to leave it obviously short, that'd be terrible. Too far back, long is awful also. So this shot better be on this side of the pin, and that's the goal. Once we have that, a couple of practice swings back here. So now we set up around it. Ball in the middle, feet shoulder width apart, all the same. Not changing anything there. Once we're comfortable and we're ready to go, I really focus on that pin and my target. I'm gonna swing right to it. It's great. Another miss-hit shot. That's 3 in a row, but we're still in it. I try to find which way the flat putt would be, or the straight putt, I should say. Once you figure out which way the straight putt is, if I know this is a straight putt, and then this high gets a little bit higher, and this gets a little bit higher, well then you know like everything is gonna go here, and on the flip side, everything is gonna start to go this way, right? That's totally not how this green goes. The straight putt would be down here somewhere. I am probably out of view. Straight putt's probably right here, so we'd be going around it this way, okay, to the right, and then it'll start to come back down to the left as you work around it. So try to find that straight putt, if it's either straight downhill or straight uphill, and then work around it. I'm always trying to check my distance of my putts. I want to give myself, so I know how many feet they are. A lot of times these greens can be deceptive. Got my ball lined up to my target. Again, my target's close. And I got a visual. It's harder on the greens because, especially when the greens are looking this good, harder to find that unique spot. And then you just trust your line once you get it lined up. So once you're set, what I do here, I take my practice swings looking at the hole. I find it helps me with my distance because I can see exactly where I'm hitting. If I'm down here, now I'm just guessing again where that hole is. If I see it, I have that feel that I kind of know how far that hole is away. Once we have it, we line up, ball in the center, and we make the nice smooth stroke. Totally misread it. Cool. A par. All right, well, we did it. We made a par. Hopefully that helps you with figuring out how your swing thoughts could be, how your setup should be, how you should actually think about playing a hole from start to finish. Now, maybe I should have called this one how to hit 4 bad shots and still make a par, but it is what it is. This is for setup and pre-shot routine and all that for you guys. So until next time, remember, golf is easy. If you just know a good setup, you can stop making it hard. I am the Ick.